Hi, everyone. Welcome back to ZARS Hot Pod. I'm back here. This is the second episode. I have a lot's happened since the first episode, meaning I didn't upload any other episodes. So I didn't do anything. But yeah, okay. So catching up on my life, I am an American patriot now. I really am. I'm really an American patriot. Before, I didn't know how I was going to stay in the country. And then I got my student visa. And before then, I wasn't like an illegal immigrant, but I felt like one. I literally felt like I was an illegal immigrant. And it was tough. It was really hard not being an illegal immigrant, but feeling like one. You know, you feel like shame. But it's like, where is this shame coming from? Anyways, that's like, I'll talk to my therapist about that. But I felt like I was an illegal therapist. I felt like I was an illegal immigrant. Now that and I was like advocating for the rights of illegals. And now that I got my visa, I'm like, get them out. Every last one of them, get them out. I want a safe country. Yeah, no, but I love America and I feel very proud to be living in America. And Trump said that he's giving green cards to students when they finish. So I don't know if my little acting certificate is going to be classified with that. But acting school started, guys. And it's so funny because it's just, I've become like a hardcore Republican out of nowhere. I don't know. I just woke up Republican. Like, I think like a fat white guy just entered my body, and not literally. Like, I think like a redneck entered my body and I'm living like a Freaky Friday situation where I'm like a fat white guy that yells at minorities at the grocery store. Like, that's just who I am. And I feel it. I feel twitches. Whenever minorities do things to bother me, I just twitch. I'm like, don't do it. Don't do it. They just don't do it. But yeah, I think that I've turned into this person. I don't know how, and I don't know why. It's not like I've made more money that like it's like justified. It's not justified. Yeah. So acting school started and I'm paying thousands and thousands of dollars. And let me tell you what we did in one of my classes yesterday, which is so useful, so happy that like, you know, I'm paying thousands of dollars for this school and class and this academy, which is like a really great school, very prestigious and everything. In class yesterday, we just touched each other's bodies. We literally, we got into partners and we were just touching each other's spines and we were touching each other's legs to just feel the bones. And yeah, I'm so happy that I'm paying thousands of dollars, which I'm going to be in debt for this. Probably not, because I'll get married or I'll become successful. I need to stop. Even if I become successful, I think my husband should pay for my education because, you know, the Taliban are taking away my education back home. That makes sense. I don't think no matter how much money I have, I will always be cheap. Like, there's a book I wanted and I was like, let me buy it. And then I'm like, wait, I have a school now. So I go to the library. I'm like, hey, can you buy this book? And she went and she ordered it. Will I only have that book for a week and not be able to keep it? And I should have just bought it myself? Yes. But she bought it and now I can steal it. So yeah, acting school is so useful. We were touching each other's spines. I swear to God, the whole class was just us touching each other. Yeah, my teacher was prepping us for like Harvey Weinstein and Diddy parties. I'm like, let's do it. Okay. And then I got on my knees and my teacher's like, what are you doing? No, I'm kidding. I did not get on my knees to pray because I've done a rebrand on my character. Yeah. So that was acting school and that's just and I'm so happy that I got to touch other people's spines and they got to touch my spine. I was like, wait, can this be reduced from my tuition? So that's great. And then I had a scene partner who I had to meet up with in order for us to like practice our lines. And he was telling me that he served in the army. And that's when I turned back into a minority. I was like, you know what you people did in our country. And I just started going off and like, just like really going off on him for no reason at all. It's like 8 a.m. I'm yelling at him for serving the country. I feel like no matter what you do, I'm over here yelling at men like who are doing like TikTok dances and challenges. Like, men used to go to the army. And then when they go to the army, I'm like, you ruined my country. But I was telling him about Abu Ghraib. This motherfucker didn't know what Abu Ghraib was. I was like, you were in the army and you don't know what Abu Ghraib was? Are you kidding me? That's like being an Eminem fan and not knowing the song Lose Yourself. How is that possible? How do you not know about Abu? He's like, I don't know about Abu Ghraib. I don't know. He's like, I just love America. And I'm like, oh my God. And I just like kept calling him a sheep. And it's bright and early in the morning. And I think I'm getting my period. I honestly think I probably got my period right now and I'm wearing all white. No, I swear to God, I actually feel it. But that's okay. I wore all white and I'm like, wouldn't it be so funny if I got my period? And I genuinely feel like I got it. It's okay. What's more natural than that? Sitting in your own blood? Nothing. I'm so sorry, guys. It'll get less disgusting, I swear. But yeah, I started yelling at him for no reason. It wasn't like, honestly, you know what's the best part about being attractive? That you can just say certain things and people just find it so, like they just admire it. I remember when I was in Vegas, I left my friends to go to an open mic, like literally not on the strip, like in the middle of nowhere. I don't know where it was, like middle of nowhere. It's literally some like white people dive bar full of, I was the only minority there. Okay. It's a freaking, and it was like, there was like American flags, Confederate flags, like all that. And I go up on stage because at the time, honestly, like what I say on stage is like what I'm working with. Especially at mics, like I don't care to read the room. Like I'm just working on what I'm working on. So I was trying out a bit about how I don't respect people in the military. And there's literally a guy in the front row. I swear to God, you can even go on my TikTok and check this. There's a guy in the front row, no leg, prosthetic leg, American flag bandana. Then I started asking him about his prosthetic leg and obviously like making fun of him for it because God bless America. No, I wasn't making fun of that he had no leg. I was just like, how much was your prosthetic leg? And he was like, oh, it costs like $8,000. I'm like, wait, you have money? Wait, you have money? Do you have to like replace those? Like what's going on? I would love it if my man had no leg because then I just wouldn't have to like, he has to charge that prosthetic leg. So I would just make sure that the leg isn't charged anytime he wants to go out. Yeah, that's what I want to do. But so I was just talking about that. I was just talking about how I don't respect people in the military, blah, 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 just doing my bit. And someone yells out, "You're hot." They don't care. Like they don't care. You can, that's the thing. Another thing with going into an acting school, art school now, I'm realizing that what you say, like your cringe meter needs to like line up with how attractive you are. You know what I mean? Because there's like one person in our school that just like does so many cringe things. And I'm just like, oh, like I cringe at like, you know? And then I think about if another student did that, would I care? And I'm like, no, I wouldn't care at all. And it's just like, you have to act your hotness level. And if you're cringe, you have to be a bit hotter for it to be just a bit more tolerable. Yeah, it's just math. So yeah, that's how school's been. I want to just say things that I think people should not do in their 20s. I think from like 18, depending on if like you have a dad or not, maybe 19 to 21, I don't think you should think at all. I think you should pause using your brain. Like when I was like 18 to 20, I never used my brain. Not one time did I use my brain. You know, you have to give your brain a pause. you're going to have to use it a lot more when you get like less attractive. So just while you're in that phase of your life, don't use your brain. Do not freaking use your brain. Don't bag your own groceries. Everyone does everything for you. You know that Mr. Bean movie in Mr. Bean Holiday, which is the best movie to date. The best movie ever is Mr. Bean Holiday ever. It's the most brain. I don't even know what's the word for when it really makes your brain work. What's that word? When it makes your brain active, tantalizing. Yeah, like I love that movie so much. Stimulating. Mr. Bean is like walking with his compass and he's literally walking into oncoming traffic, but everything just lines up that like he just makes it to where he needs to go perfectly. And that's 19 to 21. Don't use your brain. Let everyone else figure everything out for you. Do not even do it. If you can, don't even wipe your own ass. Find someone else to do it. Okay. Don't use your fucking brain at that age at all. And then when you get to 23, 24, start using it a little. Like I'm not using my brain to its fullest capacity. You know, I still am mourning being 19, but start using it a little. And then I think at 25, shut everything down. Shut everything down. I stop posting thirst traps after 25. That is so cringe. Give it to the fucking 19-year-olds, okay? No one, 25 plus, do not post your ass on the internet, okay? I don't know. I'm not even gonna hate. Well, I am gonna hate, but I used to do it. I used to post really promiscuous pictures, and I was like, this is art. Yeah, this is art. And it's literally just like, why was I dressing like that? Why was I posting like that? But I was 19 to 21. I was not thinking, and you're not supposed to think at that age. So that's okay that I was doing that. But 25 plus, do not post your freaking ass. Do not post your freaking tits. And another thing, I see some girls online posting like videos of them cooking. And it's just their ass in the fucking screen. It's just their ass the whole time. I've watched 20 of those videos. I don't even know how to cook still. I still do not know how to cook. You bitches are supposed to teach me how to cook. Whole time I'm staring at your ass. I don't even. One bitch was fucking making cereal. It's just her ass on the screen the whole time. Like, did I watch all the videos? Yeah, I did. I did watch them. And I still don't know how to cook. And I just feel like you know what you're doing. Like when I was in that phase of posting really promiscuously, and I'm just going to get real for 1 second. If you're a young girl watching this, do not fall into this promiscuity trap. Okay. It's just not worth it. And you're just exploiting yourself. Get back. So, I swear to God, I don't know if I was stupid, but I just didn't know that me posting like pictures of me with less clothes on made people think that I was a hoe. Cause I wasn't. Yeah, I was. I'm like, I have to think about it. I'm like, it wasn't even that bad. But like, I genuinely did not know that. I had no idea that people were going to think that about me or like, be like, oh my God, why is she, you know, I just thought like iconic. I don't know. I thought I was iconic because we live in a world of Kim Kardashians and Emiratas and all these, really well-paid hoes. I'm proud of them. Good for them. That's great. But I don't know. I'm thinking about it now, and I have a little sister now, and if she does that shit, this is why I provide for her, so that I can revoke everything, so that I can take everything away. But yeah, I think after 25, do not. There's other younger girls on there who don't know any better. And if you're like 35 plus doing that, oh my God. If you're 35 plus doing that, I need to have like a moment of silence for you. you know? Why? Like, it just feels so exploitive, you know? It just feels way too exploitive. And the thing is that I feel like when I used to model from like 19 to 21, when I wasn't using my brain, which was prime time of my life, no brain activity, but so much fun. Like I was doing something fun every single day and I don't even know how I got there. I was like, how did I get here? Every day was a blast. But when I was modeling, it didn't really go anywhere because I realized that like, that's the worst thing ever. When you're at a job, if you're at like some tech support job and you suck and the people around you like are good, you're like, okay, like my math skills suck. I'm just not that sharp in this thing. But when you're modeling and you're not excelling, it only comes down to one thing. You're just not that hot. You're literally just not that hot. And that's so sad. I know there's like kids dying and stuff, but like, I think this is sadder. I think it's sadder to realize that you're not that hot, that you reached your capacity. Like my Instagram account was at 10K when I was modeling and it never went up higher than that. It literally would go up to 11K and then shoot right back down. It's just like, I don't know. Yeah. I thought I was, but then you know what you do when you're like that, you just go to a small town with much uglier people and then you're the star there. No. This was so hard. I wish that I excelled as a model so I wouldn't have to use my brain now. And I have to use my brain to make jokes and people comment on my posts saying my jokes are offending them. It's like, shut up. I'm already pretty here, okay? Okay? I'm kind of using my brain. Give me enough credit for that. And I don't care if you're offended. I'm beautiful. I can say whatever I want. That's another thing. Anyone that comments on my fucking stand-up clips and says they're offended, I'm beautiful. Shut up. You need to go comment on an ugly bitch's post that's making offensive joke. That's offensive. If you're ugly and you're being offensive, that's offensive. If you're beautiful and you're being offensive, you're charming. You're charming, you're admirable, you're just, like you're welcome. I'm opening your brain up to different neural patterns of thinking towards racism and ableism and transphobia and homophobia. Yeah. But where was I going on before this freaking tangent of, oh yeah, people getting mad about my stand-up clips and me not using my brain. Wow, I think I feel like I'm 21 again. My brain is like empty again. This is good, ladies. And when you're 21, I didn't know, my dumbass, I didn't know that me posting very promiscuously meant anything other than like I felt artistic, with my ass and tits out. But apparently it meant something more than that. And I didn't know. And people are like, how could you be so naive? And I'm like, I want to be naive. I don't want to know stuff. Knowing stuff is for losers. Knowing stuff is for people that like do good things for society and help move society. I'm not one of those people. I'm not going to contribute to society. I'm not creating penicillin. I'm just like making Holocaust jokes and like just enjoying my day. Okay? Stop expecting so much from me. I don't expect me to do these things. Now I'm 24. I'm going to start using my brain. I promise. Next year when oh my God, it's this year. This year I turned 25. I turned 25 this year. This year I'll start using my brain more and I feel like I'm a politician promising things to people like that I'm just not going to end up doing. But no, I swear 25, I'll start using my brain, guys. I swear. I swear I'll start using my brain. But yeah, I really want to, I don't know. It's weird that like your brain taps into like, oh, you start understanding these things and you start seeing things from like an adult's point of view and like everybody else's point of view, because it feels very isolating being the only one that doesn't know something and just doing what society is really doing, you know? You know, just being like a sheep, like that Marine that I go to school with. that, giving your body up for society and not knowing what Abu Ghraib is. That literally is what it is. But I think other things that you shouldn't do in your early 20s, I think in your early 20s, don't try. I think everything just unfolds the way that it does. And I don't know. I think the only time I really push myself to do anything is when like I'm probably at the gym. I just push myself at the gym. But aside from that, I don't really like, I have a video that I haven't edited. If you don't want to be motivated, listen to this podcast. I have a video that I haven't edited in 2 months that I know my fans would really love, but I just haven't edited it. I don't know. I don't really force myself to do anything I don't want to do anymore at all. Unless it's like life or death. It's like the last minute. I just won't do it. Yeah. But yeah, that also another thing, whenever people come up to me and ask for social media advice and all this stuff like that, like, how do I do this? How do I do that? And it's just like, okay, I tell them, I'm like, just post like 2-3 times a day. And then they go, yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm like, so go pick up a broom and start cleaning. So go literally figure something else out, because I love this. If I could post like 18 times a day, I would post 18 times a day, but I can't post 18 times a day. Like I literally can't. People would actually block me at that point. Like I've already forced people to love me against their own will. I've forced a lot of people to love me against their own will, which I'm very proud of. It doesn't work on my parents, but you know, at least it worked on thousands of strangers on the internet. You know, at least, you know what? Who cares if my parents don't love me? At least thousands of internet strangers that I don't know and will never know love me. You know? At least I have them. Yeah. I live a really healthy life, I swear, guys. I do live a very healthy lifestyle, I do. Yeah. But that's been good that I've been here in America. I'm really happy to be here in America. And I'm also doing a lot of things as like fun challenges for myself, but like masking it as religion, you know? No, I'm doing a lot of fun things. Like I'm not drinking, not smoking. I honestly, one thing though, I feel like everything I said before would unmotivate somebody, but I don't have a social life. I don't go out. Everything I do is dedicated to work and school. And that's it. That's literally just it. And, yeah. That's my life. I refuse to have friends right now. Like people want to be friends with me. I swear to God. People want to be friends with me, but I just refuse to be friends with other people right now. And I don't want to go out unless it's like a networking thing, you know? Like I have enough useless people in my life. Like my 14-year-old sister, she's so useless. It gets me mad how useless she is, because at her age, I was literally being child labored and selling chocolates every single day for money. And I had no life. Yeah. That was it. And then here my 14-year-old sister is spoiled, so spoiled by me. I don't know why I do this, but she calls me and she was like, she was like, hey, you know how you already bought me Uggs? No one bought me Uggs at my age. We were so broke when I was young that I found these size 13 pair of Uggs at the thrift store. And I was like, no, I don't care. They're Uggs. I'm still going to get them. Guys, like I'm a size 5 right now. Back then I was like probably a size 3. I was wearing a size 13. And I did not care because I'm like, but they're Uggs. And I was literally walking around like I was like Bigfoot and my shoes were being dragged. And this girl is like, you know how you already bought me these Uggs? Well, they're high platform. I want low platform. So can you send me, I'm in class. I'm in school. She's blowing up my line to tell me she wants low platform Uggs. I just want someone to go child labor her right now. When I told her about how I was child labored, I was like, so basically I had a stupid uncle who would pick up 14 of us, put us in his van, and then make us sell chocolates out on the streets of like downtown Toronto by ourselves. I did this for like from when I was like 8 years old until I was like 14 years old. Can you believe that? I tell my little sister about it and she was like, it's giving Shan. She's like, she's like, did you have to go to a factory to make that chocolates? I'm like, no, bitch. I was just on the street selling it. But it's so crazy that she's so spoiled. I need to stop spoiling her. But I don't have any friends and all of my time and energy is just dedicated to school and comedy. And that's all that my life really is at this point. And I'm going to a liberal arts school. Another thing though is that I'm involved in my community, my mosque. I go and I volunteer at my mosque every Saturday. Yeah. I didn't go this Saturday because I was in Connecticut, which I should have just skipped out on because Connecticut is a shithole. Connecticut and New Jersey. I don't like New Jersey. Now I know why Chief Keef was like, I'm going to blow New Jersey up. Someone needs to blow New Jersey up. I don't like it. It just, even the word, the vibe, I don't like it. The only good thing about New Jersey is that one temple that they have that is like gigantic. That temple is so freaking beautiful. That temple is the most beautifulest thing I've ever put my eyes on. It's so gorgeous. And then good for the Indians. They really did it with that one. They really did. But honestly, another thing is that anytime I think about in like how certain things that Indian people do when I think like, wow, like they're so smart, they're so this, I'm like, wait, there's 3 fucking billion of them. Of course they're going to be smart. Of course they're going to build beautiful shit like that. It's literally a numbers game. If there's 3 billion of any race, there's going to be like there's a bigger amount of them. So there's going to be a bigger amount of like the smart ones, you know? I don't think I've ever met a stupid Indian. I'm really trying to think about it. Indians are so smart. The way that their brains work, I want my entire fan base to be just Indians. That's all. My third top country is India. Let's get that to number 1 right now, okay? I want a fan base that I love Bollywood movies. I go to the temple, you know. I'm really trying to market myself to the Indians right now. Like please DM me, send me your Bobs and Vegin right now. I love those DMs. I love the Indians so much. I really do. I feel like I'm kind of Indian a bit in my past life, you know? I feel like I was like an Indian Bollywood star in my past life. Maybe it's this life, who knows? But I really want to appeal to the Indian audience because there's just so many of them, you know? And they'll never run out. So it's just like a smart thing for humanity. Yeah. What was I getting on about before? Yeah, Indians are so smart. What was I talking about before, Antonio? How did I get to this discussion on Indians?
That's a good question. How you're involved in your community.
Yeah, I'm involved in my mosque's community and I've met a lot of friends and I'm teaching like 3-year-olds like stuff because I literally told them, I'm like, if they can talk, I don't want them. Like, I'm like, if they need me to teach them anything, because one time I was like volunteering to help like a third grader. And then the third grader asked me like a math question and I didn't know the answer. And that was like so embarrassing for the third grader because they're like, we're supposed to come here for homework help and you don't even know. It was like such a simple question too. I took out my calculator and I still got it wrong. Oh my God, guys, I'm so bad at math. It's impressive. I think people are really good at math and it's like, that's impressive, but I'm so bad. It's so impressive. But I just told the people at the mosque, I'm like, I don't want anybody like to come to me and be like, hey, you taught my child the wrong thing. You know? So I'm teaching like 3-year-olds and it's like 12 3-year-olds and like 2 of them are bawling their eyes out and crying. But one cool thing happened. After one of my classes, one of the kids' moms, she was like, I follow you on Instagram. I love your videos, which was a cute, fun moment. I really like that. But one of the moms that I became friends with, she comes up to me one day and she's just like, Zar, I had a dream that you were in a cell. I was like, what? She's like, I had a dream you were in the cell. And I'm like, what cell, girl? Like, what are you talking? She's like, you know, like when you come and there's more people and you guys like do the sketches and stuff. I'm like, what? Bitch meant SNL. She said she had a dream I was on SNL. She was like, I had a dream you were in a cell. I got so scared. I was like, this bitch had a dream I was in jail. But it's really nice and exciting just seeing all the children and, yeah. And the best part about volunteering at mosque on Saturday is every Friday night, I just tell everybody, yeah, I'm volunteering at mosque tomorrow. I'm volunteering at mosque tomorrow. Sorry, I can't. And they're like, I literally did not ask. They're like, I literally did not ask. Oh, I went to an Alcoholics Anonymous. Yeah. You know, I don't have an alcohol problem. I have an attention seeking problem. That's what I do have. But I went to an Alcoholics Anonymous because one of my roommates, she has a problem. And I told her that I would, you know, take her there and like we'd help her out and stuff. And so I get there. I'm by myself. She does not show up. So I'm just at Alcoholics Anonymous by myself. No one's there. No girls are there but me. And it's just a bunch of guys and dudes. And like, you know, I'm like just looking around and thinking about all of my bottle service days when like, I'm just thinking like, how many alcoholics did I create? You know, I'm like, how many alcoholics did I really create from bottle service? I was like, no, one more shot. Like, I'm fully sober now. And I think drinking is for losers. Unless you're 19 to 21, I will leave you alone. I will leave anyone from 19 to 21 alone. Maybe 22. 19 to 22, I'll leave you alone. Anything younger too. But so I was just thinking, I'm like, how many people did I create? And then the guy in front of me, he's speaking and he's literally saying the most traumatic story ever. And like, it's really, really bad. And then it's my turn to speak. And I'm like, I don't think I ever did have like, I don't know. Maybe this is alcoholism. When I was doing bottle service, it got to a point where I was drinking the alcohol from my tables so much that they started complaining. Like the tables started complaining that I'm the server and I was drinking their alcohol so much. And it wasn't just them. I would drink at like all of my tables. So I was like equally drinking and they were all complaining. You know how much you have to drink for a horny man to get mad? Like that's like you're drinking a lot. That they were like really upset. And I was drinking. So I don't know. Maybe that was a bad problem. I drank so much that I went to the DJ booth and it was like, we got like famous DJs. These weren't even just like regular Joe Schmo. Like these are like famous DJs. I went and I put my hand on the thing and I started mixing with it. And then my manager yelled at me and he got so mad at me. I think most of my bottle service career was just me getting yelled at by my managers and me being like drunk and just being like, oh, sorry. Sorry. And now it's just me in comedy clubs and people being like, sorry, you can't make a joke about that. And I'm like, sorry. Sorry. Oh my God, sorry. I think that's just going to be my whole life until like I create my own business. And then I just look in the mirror and I'm like, sorry. sorry. You took our business to shit. But so I was talking about that, how I had like that problem that I was drinking all of the bottles at the tables. Bottle service was a good experience. One time a guy with 3 fingers grabbed my boobs. He grabbed my boobs at bottle service. In my bottle service job, there was a guy with 3 fingers and he grabbed my boobs. And I got so shook that he grabbed my like tits. I was like, oh my God. And then I saw he only had 3 fingers and I was like, okay, go ahead. It's like, go ahead. Like, you already have 3 fingers. I feel so bad. And if you wouldn't let a guy with 3 fingers grab your tits, then you're just not a good person. You're just a terrible human being, okay? I saw the 3 fingers and I was like, aw, why didn't you show me before? I've no... what else? Okay. Another funny thing. One time a guy, he was paying for a wine bottle. First of all, you're getting bottle service and getting a wine bottle. What? That's like rock bottom. Why are you wasting my freaking time? Either get some hardcore shit or get the hell out. Like, what are you doing getting a wine bottle at a booth? You could have literally just went to like a diner. You will go somewhere else. Like, why are you at the club getting a wine bottle? So he gets a wine bottle and the wine comes up to like $120. And he was like, add yourself a $30 tip. Add yourself a $30 tip. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so the highest tip I got in bottle service, I think was like $2,000. $2,000. And this man's tipping me $30 fucking dollars for a fucking wine bottle. I literally wanted to shoot him in the face. And so I was like, whatever. So I'm like, I punch in 150 and I give him the card. He presses the card. The machine is so rude. It literally says insufficient funds. And he was like, maybe just do 120. No tip. 120. I was like, okay. Like, I don't even want this broke man's money anyways. I put it in. He presses his card. Insufficient funds. He's like, okay, just do $100 and I'm going to give you $20 cash. I do $100 and it goes through. This man did not have $120 on him. In his card, he did not have $120. And, I don't think I do either, but I'm not at the club getting bottles. But, so he's doing that. And then it's so funny seeing like who the broke guys are at the club and then seeing which girls are flirting with which ones. And this one girl, she comes up to him and she's like making out with him and dancing on him. And I was like, girl, please, like, why are you doing that? This man does not even have $120 in his bank account. If you don't even have $120 in your bank account as a man, you should... I don't think broke men deserve to be in love and have relationships. Go work. Go get a job. Broke men do not deserve to date, okay? I don't think so. No. Go clock in, baby. So then this girl and him, they're making out. And then she starts telling him that the government wants to ruin his life and that he's such a good... She was just like, you as a black man are so valuable and everybody wants to tear you down. Everybody wants to no. But you are so strong, blah, blah, blah. Bitch, shut up. I literally want to be like, shut up, bitch. He's tearing himself apart. He's at the fucking club getting a wine bottle on his last dollar. He spent his last dollar on a wine bottle at the club. Okay. And that's not saying like black guys are broke. Like every rich guy I've ever dated was... No, the richest I think were black. Because I don't think I would ever date like a broke man no matter the color. Oh, I remember I had some dumb bitch roommate. Okay, I need to tell this story real quick. I had a dumb bitch roommate, okay? She, it was like 2 a.m. and she was having a party going for like a while, like a really long time. They were screaming, they were like going off and stuff. And they were like making like a ruckus or whatever. And I had to literally come out and I had to be like, okay, guys, like everybody go, like it's late. I have work tomorrow. I can't do, like, they're taking shots, they're yelling, they're screaming, they're being really loud. Okay. And I told her, and I told them, I'm like, you guys need to get out. Like, it's really freaking late. Like, please get out. And then she was just like, yeah, I'll get them to get out. And then one of the guys is like, shut up, bitch. In my own freaking house, this man was like telling me to shut up. And then I was like, what the fuck? And it was like 6 guys, like 4 girls and her. And they're literally like partying their asses off on a Sunday. Tomorrow I have work. And then I go back in the room. My roommate comes. She's like, no, I'll tell them to stop and leave. Don't worry. She goes out. Literally, I hear this dumb bitch go, shots, everyone, shots. And then later when we got into a fight, I brought up that situation because I think that's like my strongest quality. Like when I'm in an argument with someone, bringing up things from the past that were already let go of. I love doing that. So I brought it up. I was just like, remember when you had those freaking hoodmans, those not hoodmans. What did I say? Those bums. I said those bums. I'm like, remember when you had those bums at our place till literally like 4 a.m. and they were drinking and being disrespectful. And she was like, first of all, you're calling them bums because they're black. And then I was so happy and excited that she said this. I was like, first of all, bitch, every millionaire I've dated was fucking black. How about that? How about that, you dumb fucking hoe? You literally are hanging out with them. I would never hang out with those guys. I would not breathe in their freaking direction, okay? Do you have a home? It's 4 a.m. and you're at my place till 4 a.m. And then I couldn't believe she actually pulled up the race card because she's literally like a Nepo baby whose parents were paying for her education, her international school education. And it was just like, sweetheart, the race card does not apply to you if you're a Nepo baby. I swear to God, it does not. And I'm like, and honey, do you see this? Not white, okay? Okay, shut up. Yeah, that got me really heated and mad. But I'm so grateful that my exes are successful, that I can pull this card out on these dumb bitches. So thank you guys. One's dead, but thank you. Love you so much that I can put hoes in their place because you worked your ass off and you worked hard. But that's amazing. Yeah. I just feel like I got angry this whole time. This felt therapeutic. Yeah. I cannot believe she was trying to pull that card on me. But more about bottle service. It was very crazy because I didn't know what Coke did to people. Like the first time I did Coke was when I was like 16 and then I never did it again. Like I never touched it again. And that's like me. Like I'll like try something one time and I'm like, okay, nah, I'm not passionate about it. I won't do it again. But I didn't realize like why some people would talk so much and just like be jittery the whole time and just like not have any social cues like on like, okay, you're talking way too much. You know what I mean? And I thought that was just like a pretty girl thing. But then this guy that I was talking to in bottle service, he was doing that to me. And I'm like, does he think he looks like me? Does he think he's looking into a mirror right now? Does he think that he's me, that he's just chatting the whole way through? As a man, you shouldn't speak. You should not speak. Like I should just be talking and you should just be admiring me. And then that's the conversation. And then you pay the bill and we both go our separate ways. That is all that there. Like, why are you talking? He was literally talking to me about his like life. He was talking about me about his dogs. He was talking to me about all these things. And I'm like, why does he talk so much? I don't like it when men talk so much. If you're a man and you get around like a group of people, you should not talk a lot. only the women should talk. Okay. And then that's it. Like, a chatty man is not one that I ever want to be around. Unless what you're saying is like beneficial to my life, I should just be speaking. Like, it should never be you speaking. None of my relationships, it's all about me. Okay. Every conversation is a biography that I am writing and I'm practicing on the men that I'm speaking to. I don't care I don't care your mom died when you were young. I don't care about your mom. Okay. They're like telling me about like their life. First of all, why are you talking to me about your mom? I don't want to hear about other bitches. Okay. I get jealous sometimes, just sometimes, but like, I don't want to hear about your mother. Your sister. No, enough. I don't like that. So I didn't know that about cokeheads, that they would just talk the whole time. And it was just really bothering me that they would do that information. And it was just very like annoying the way that they would speak and then the way that they would act, and they would leave and then come back with like a really strong, they would come back with ideas. They'd be like, oh my God, I have this idea for this thing. No. I'm like, why are you telling me? I don't care. So that was my bottle service career. I'm surprised. Honestly, your bottle service career is supposed to be like a gateway job towards like a successful career as like a housewife. And that did not happen for me. Here I am in New York City trying to become a freaking comedian. And yeah, it did not work. Modeling reached its like ceiling. Bottle service reached its ceiling. That I just feel like every industry I've annoyed so many people until I got to where I belong. And now everyone likes me here. But that's the thing with comedy. When I go into like a comedy club and I see other comedians doing better than me, it's enjoyable for me too, you know? Like I love it. Like when they're funnier than me, it's like that's so like when I hear their jokes and they're funny, like that's something that I can look at a peer and be like, oh my God, I respect you so much. If I'm looking at a girl and she's way prettier than me, I'm like, good for you. But like, it doesn't feel the same as like if somebody's funnier than you. I respect people that are funnier than me. I also respect people who are prettier than me too. I do. Being pretty isn't that easy, but it just feels better when it's something that I can experience laughter from, if that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know how I got here. Oh, I know how I got here. I know how I got to doing comedy. When I was like 6 years old, this was me in elementary school. Whenever kids would say racist shit to me, this is how I knew I was going to become a comedian. Because whenever kids would say racist shit to me, they would literally like say, oh, you're Bin Laden's daughter. No. Oh, and then when I got older, I made my Instagram handle Bin Laden's daughter. That was literally my Instagram name for like 3 years. Anyways, when I was like 6, 7 years old, no, not 6, 7. I barely knew English. Like 8 years old. Some kid in my school, in my elementary school, mind you, my elementary school is like right beside the hood. It's right beside Parma Court. But some kid called me a terrorist. He was just like, you're a terrorist. You're Bin Laden's daughter. He was like saying that to me. Whenever people would say racist shit to me, I would get so excited because I'm like, oh, I've been dying for this. And I was just like, yeah, well, at least my dad's around. And his dad wasn't around and he started crying. Josiah, if you're watching this, I don't feel bad that I said that. Okay. That was his name. But yeah, I knew it because I saw his mom picking him up all the time. I never saw his dad. And I was like, and I was holding that one in. That's when I knew I was going to become a comedian, when I was just really disrespectful to other 8-year-olds. And I was never upset about it. Like after, like we ate our snacks in recess and we ran around and nothing happened after that. Like we were cool. So I think that was me prepping for comedy. And that's how I got to where I am. And this is where I am now. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you aren't upset. And if you are offended, you just have to remember, I'm beautiful, okay? Mwah. Love you all.